The last century is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
Hello, welcome to GameGazm. I'm Brent.
I'm Jay.
And Jay, what are we looking at today?
Well, strange one on the PS4. Republique.
Republic.
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 That's French Republic.
Really?
Good evening, citizens of Metamorphosis. As we make our final preparations, we must be extra vigilant.
Republic, if you didn't know, was a successful Kickstarter campaign and was released episodically for mobile, tablet and PC platforms. So now us console peasants are treated to this remastered edition for the PS4.
Okay, so maybe you have never heard of Republique. What is it, I hear you cry?
What is it?
Yes, thank you. Republique is a stealth-orientated game where you are put in control of two characters at the same time.
Wait, what?
Okay, well, whilst not technically a second character, it might as well be. It's you.
Me?
Yes. Well, anyone who's playing. The game's main character Hope is controlled by you, but you also take control of all the security cameras that guide Hope through her mission. You are her protector on the other side of the lens, so to speak, and occasionally Hope will talk with you directly, which was quite cool.
The game kicks off with a frightened Hope explaining that some bad stuff is going to happen to her because she did something bad.
Please, I need your help. I don't have much time.
We're introduced to some characters and they seem to want to punish Hope for reading a banished book. It's all about this facility that is reminiscent of Xavier's School for the Gifted, but controlled by the Prizac, the game's guards. It's more like a nice prison, and one that Hope wants to get out of. She wants to escape to see the outside world. Most of the plot is all about the oppression of government and power of knowledge, but as the game progresses, it's all about Hope's character and how much of all of this she can handle.
The story and lore is very deep in this game and it can be quite confusing to begin with, but it pulls you in by its curious beginnings. I did feel an attachment to Hope very quickly and felt like I wanted to get her out of this bad situation as best I could.
Can you help me get out of here?
And so the stage for the gameplay is set, and that is indeed what you must do. The basic premise is flicking between different security cameras strewn about this strange facility, where you can scan objects for intel, check out guards' passports, hack doors and item storage for Hope to interact with, and a whole host of other actions that you can unlock as you progress. More on those later.
Now here's where it starts to fall over a little. Previous versions of this game were not intended for you to have full control over Hope herself. You were just the guy behind the camera guiding her, with a quick tap of the screen on your mobile phone or mouse click to the appropriate area. But now that she's in your hands, it's, well, quite shoddy and feels horribly implemented. I'm not sure I see the point in making it this way, as you still have to control all the security cameras as well as Hope, and whilst flicking between cameras is cool, you can very quickly lose your bearings on a simple room layout.
Movement of Hope is clunky, and often you can get stuck or suddenly head in the wrong direction due to an unexpected camera change. And the loading times between camera changes are painfully slow. This here, for example, is something that happens all too often until you get to grips with it.
Fortunately, when you do get spotted, you can pepper spray the guards, if you have pepper spray, run and hide in one of the conveniently located hiding places, or you'll just get captured and escorted to the nearest holding cell, which thankfully are never that far away, and you can bust out of these in seconds and carry on trying with infinite continues.
The guards that patrol for the most part are insanely dumb and basically just wander about on fixed patrol routes that sometimes are a little more complex than a Tetris shape. Except for this guy. Yeah, this guy just stares at this butterfly forever. Even whilst Hope sneaks up behind him and loudly proclaims, "Going for the steal," he never once takes his gaze off this butterfly. This guy needs a promotion. Yeah, you go man, make sure that fucking butterfly doesn't move.
Yes, aside from just avoiding these guards, it's often encouraged to search them and pickpocket items off them. Sometimes these items are essential progression items or can be some intel or memorabilia. Early on, this odd chap contacts you through this text-to-speech app. As well as guiding you on how to play the game with the early tutorial stuff, he also asks you to keep an eye out for his game collection. And some of these pickpocketed floppy disks you may recognise. Being a Kickstarter project, it has a lot of fan nods to other titles, and a lot of the guards' passports are in fact profiles of Kickstarter backers. Nice touch.
It's a slow-paced game where you can take your time going through every part of it. Every time you enter the camera mode, it pauses real time, so you can have a good look around and plan your route, and can also scan all the intel strewn about the world.
The intel serves more of a purpose than just nice bits of info. You can sell it at these data broker terminals for cash. You can then use this cash to purchase perks for you to use to help Hope. One of these, for example, is a perk that lets you scan an enemy and predict his patrol line. Look how complex this one is, and I was worried he'd see me. There are others like being able to ping an area for threats, and others that let you eavesdrop on email correspondence.
Early on, there are item boxes and doors that you can't help Hope to get access to until you've upgraded your hacking tool. You can do this by using demon terminals that are placed at key progression points throughout the 5 episodes, which will then allow you to backtrack through areas to unlock the things you missed or progress. Overall, Republique fails to shine in most areas of its core gameplay, being ham-fisted into a remastered PS4 title. It actually makes me think I'd rather play the mobile version, as I feel the immersion would be much better without the tacked-on DualShock controls for Hope. But with its curious atmosphere, good voice acting featuring the likes of David Hayter, and some good moments of classic point-and-click puzzles, it is worth giving it a shot, landing this with a GameGazm 6.
Not for the hardcore stealth fans in the slightest, and the difficulty you will face is not complex AI and stealth, it will be the loading times and controls that prove to make Republique a difficult challenge. That said, I can't help but like it. If you can get over its flaws, then there is a good game buried in here, but you'll have to dig very deep.
Who is this?
And that was Republique. Yeah, it's not like that.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, that was Republic.
Yeah, so as far as ports from old mobile games and PC games go, it wasn't really that great, was it?
Not really. I don't know. I mean, some people praised it for the control, and to be honest, they have completely overhauled it so it does work with a DualShock controller. And that is cool and everything. I just don't think it was necessary.
No?
You know? No, not at all, because it was so much easier just tapping and having Hope just go to where she needed to be.
Yeah, a proper point and click, basically.
Yeah, kind of. I don't feel as though the game needed to be anything more than that. It was fine as it was. So the added frustration of getting stuck on doors and you know, sometimes she sticks to walls and sometimes she won't leave the wall. And it just seems a little bit too fudgy to be classed as a plus, you know?
Okay, yeah, so it wasn't done that great, so it wasn't as seamless. But also the loading times as well were a little bit, you know, dodgy. Like we showed in the review, if you keep getting stuck and the camera keeps changing, you have to keep going through the loading animation. And
that's right, and some of the cameras take longer to load than others. So it'd be like you could change the camera and it would suddenly just like all the screen would go fuzzy, and you would go fuzzy, and then you're back in.
That's his dance moves.
See that? Yeah. So anyway, obviously... Oh, wait, we should ask Dan. Dan, what's your 2-word review on this? Je m'appelle Gash. Thank you, Dan. Yeah. So, and on that bombshell, all the time, that's all the time we've got for this episode. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and also subscribe if you haven't already. I've been Brent.
I've been Jay.
And we've been GameGazm.